Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Katie Johnson with Grime and Paint, and while I've been refinishing furniture of my own for some time, I've been able to furnish most of my house on a budget this way. I've also been posting my pieces to Instagram for the last year and a half or so, but today is my first YouTube video, so welcome. In today's video, I'm gonna show you one of the first things you want to do if you're taking on a refinishing project of your own. It's something that's easy, it doesn't take much time or effort, but it is key in preparing your piece for paint. It's cleaning your piece. And believe me, it is a step that you do not want to skip in the process, and unfortunately, I speak from experience. There is nothing more frustrating or disappointing really than getting to the painting part of this process and you've painted your entire piece, the paint has dried, and you take your fingernail for a fingernail scratch test, and when you scratch the surface of your piece, along with it comes your paint and all your hard work because your paint hasn't adhered properly. So today I'm going to share with you why that could happen and how to avoid it, along with some of my favorite products that get the job done. So if you want to learn something new or just feel inspired and motivated to take on a piece of your own, maybe you want to start a furniture flipping side hustle like I do, or maybe you just want to feel empowered with the knowledge that you could do it when you're ready, you're gonna want to stick around. Okay, you can see that I have moved outside into my garage, which is my workspace. And you can see, for all of you that are beginning refinishers, you don't need a designated workspace. I share my garage with my husband. I'm competing with yard waste. I'm competing with my kids' sports equipment. As long as you have a small space to work, you can refinish furniture. I just want to show you, I am starting to work on this piece. It was gifted to me from a friend. It is a Lane coffee table, wooden coffee table. It is so cool. Anyhow, I'm gonna get to cleaning this piece. One of the first steps I'm gonna take is grabbing my Dawn dish soap. Now, why do I use Dawn? I always think back, and I'm gonna show my age here, I always think back to the late 80s, the Valdez oil spill, and those poor little animals that were covered in oil, and the people used Dawn to remove the oil from their feathers and fur. That is part of the reason I use this on the piece, and I always think about that because you are removing all of the grease, all of the oil, all of the hand oils, the dirt, the grime, you name it, from your piece, and just with soapy water. So that is the first thing. And I always I have a bucket of water that I've used for years. The bucket I think was from the dollar store, an old rag, some shop cloths, an old toothbrush, and just a dollar store scrub brush. So those are the things that I usually have in my arsenal for my cleaning supplies, along with my products. Okay, so I clean the piece really well with soapy water, just warm soapy water. The top side of the piece, the undercarriage of the piece, the legs, all the nooks and crannies with just soapy water. I'm gonna go back now with a degreasing agent. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of different ones. Some are more chemically harsh than others, and I usually tend to opt for the less chemically harsh, more eco-friendly options. So instead of choosing something like TSP, which is trisodium phosphate, I believe, which is a skin irritant, it's a harsher chemical, it's not as eco-friendly as, say, a simple green, which also works. For this project, I used my go-to, which is Crud Cutter. It is a really fast-acting degreaser. I spray it all over the piece, let it sit for a bit, and then I wipe it down with a cloth or a shop rag. And then for all those hard-to-reach places, I use my old toothbrush or my nylon brush. You can see, even after wiping it down with soapy water, it was still pretty gross. There was still a lot of dirt coming up. Now you might be thinking, well, why can't I, if I'm gonna sand it down, which I'm probably gonna do to the top and the legs here, why do I need to clean it before I sand it down? Well, One of the reasons is because if you don't clean your piece before you sand it or even scuff sand it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna sand all that dirt and grime that's been collected over the years right back into your piece. So one of the things you'll find when you're cleaning your piece of furniture too is all the places that might need repair. Or you might find out some interesting things about your piece, like I did with this coffee table. While I was cleaning it, I discovered that the wood molding that I thought was wood is actually not. It's some sort of plastic that was used back in the 70s. So it'll still take paint and it will still look very cool, and I'm still gonna give it a unique look, but it wasn't wood as I had originally thought. But you'll find those kinds of things when you are cleaning your piece and get up close and personal with it. Okay, so this piece has been thoroughly cleaned and degreased. It was actually really dirty, but it's ready now for the next step in the process. If you're interested in seeing the full reveal of this awesome Lane coffee table, go ahead and check me out on Instagram. You can find all my flipped furniture pieces there. So if you're feeling like you learned something today that you might not have known before, you're feeling motivated to take on a piece of your own, or if you're just feeling empowered with the knowledge that you have that you could refinish a piece or at least start the process of it, I would really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for future content. I'll be uploading videos hopefully every week or every other week, and it's for all those things that I wish I had known when I had started this refinishing journey of mine. Until next time.